Welcome back to Onshape. Today we're going to be looking at activity 1.3.4 and practicing some more of our constraint and dimensioning skills. Now, if you recall last time, we talked about how a dimension is a dimensioning constraint. Well, when we look at constraints that refer to parallel or vertical or horizontal, those are geometric constraints. We'll be combining both of these in activity 1.3.4. Don't forget to keep your activities organized to make sure you can find files later. We're going to be activity 1.3.4. We're going to create our new part. We'll call this one activity 1.3.4. Now to start our part today, we're going to create a rectangle that is 6 inches long and 4 inches tall. So we'll start our sketch in the front plane. We'll go to the front view to make sure it's easiest to see, and we're going to use a center rectangle point to make this easy by centering it directly on the plane. And we'll add in our dimensions to make sure this is 6 inches wide and 4 inches tall. Well, the activity today asks us to add in 3 shapes: a pentagon, a hexagon, and a triangle. But those have to be found on the diagonals of the rectangle. In order to find those, we're going to have to create construction lines. We'll start by creating a line that connects each corner across the rectangle. If you recall from our last lesson, in order to make these a construction line, I have to first select a line and then the tool. Select the line and then the tool, and then right-click and escape. We now have construction lines. If you accidentally leave the tool active, this will apply to every form we create afterwards. The next thing we need to do is to add our shapes. First, we're going to add a pentagon. The pentagon will need to be inscribed. We'll place the pentagon here, so we'll click to create the polygon, and then move our mouse to select the proper number of sides and click again to confirm. The hexagon needs to be circumscribed, so we'll change it to a circumscribed polygon, select a point, click, and since we already have 6 sides, we'll click again. Finally, we need the triangle, so we'll click to place it, place the polygon, and then move our mouse until we only have 3 sides and click to place. The next step is to make sure these are the appropriate size. We need to make sure that the radius of the inscribed circle is 0.35, so we'll grab the diameter or the dimension tool, click the circle to give it a diameter of 0.35. The hexagon should have a circumscribed diameter of 0.25. And finally, the triangle should have a side that is 1 inch, and all sides should be equilateral. In this case, they already are. And that'll conclude part 1 of activity 1.3.4.